What up, everybody? This is Shannon Clements. Some call me the nomadic author. Others call me mental. Why? Because I like to think a lot. And basically, what I'm thinking about right now is the simple fact that I just got finished doing my laundry. And why is it that every time you do your laundry, you always, no matter what you do with your socks, you always come up one short. I can't explain that one. That's like one of the mysteries of the world. You always come up with a little lost sock. I searched everywhere too. Looked all over the floor. Looked in the washing machine that I used, and looked in the dryer too. Not there. I made sure I transported everything out of the washing machine to the dryer. But anyway, that's not the real reason why I came here on this video today. The main reason why I was on this video is because I was thinking about something that I said in my last video. You know, it's basically something what you call a licensed professional. Just like I'm a trucker. I had to take tests to pass in order to become a licensed CDL holder. You know, I went to trucking school for this. You know, I had to pay tuition, all that stuff. So, and I had to go through all of that and became a licensed professional. And that's the reason why they don't allow just any old body with a license to drive commercial vehicles. You know, because for one, your training is a lot more in depth when it comes to driving over the road and how to handle things and everything. That's the same like with a stockbroker. You can listen to somebody who never even touched a stock, or you can listen to somebody who actually touched a stock but never went to school for it. But then again, you can listen to somebody who actually went to school for it and know all the inner workings of the stock market and everything else that goes behind it, including the theory of the stock market. And they got in-depth knowledge on that. This is what they went to school for. They went to learn, you know? And those are the people that make people wealthy. A lot of these so-called wannabe stockbrokers that's out there, you know, they tell you I do this, I do that. It's by I'm learning, you know what I'm saying, by chance and all this other stuff. But I guarantee you, behind the scenes, they watching somebody else who's actually licensed or know what the hell they doing. They just won't tell you that because they don't want you to go to their channel. They want you to stay there, right there on theirs. So, not just with the stockbroker, you know, like with an attorney. If a motherfucker they ain't never practice law, would you listen to him when your ass is hanging in the judge's hand? You know what I'm saying? And the jury and the prosecutor who went to school and all this other stuff and tearing your ass up in court. You gonna listen to this motherfucker off the street? You gonna listen to your brother who ain't never? He might have got in trouble with the law and know a couple of things, but at the same time, he don't know the theory behind it. He don't know all the other good stuff. He don't know all the other case law that connect to it and what led the judge to even make the decision that they made. All he know is they can't do that. That's not right. You can sue. Don't even know what the fuck a brief is, let alone put one together. Don't even know how to file a motion. Would you listen to somebody like that? Or would you go hire a motherfucker off the street corner? Yeah, man, I know exactly what to do. They can tell you just like your brother, your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Your homeboy. That's bullshit. You gonna go get that yellow page or white page or whatever it is that you use. You gonna flip through it and you gonna look at all those attorneys that's in it, that's licensed professionals, and you gonna call a few of them till you find one that meets your price, and you gonna hire their ass because they been to school and they know exactly what to do to get you out of the situation that you got yourself into. Or you gonna go to YouTube. They got licensed professionals on YouTube, but they only gonna tell you so much of the case law. They only gonna tell you so much information because they want to draw you in so you can call them or email them or contact them in some shape, form, or fashion, so they can get paid money out of your pocket to take care of your business for you. Unless you got one of them, you know what I'm saying, you actually putting the money down and they got degrees and all the other stuff to back them. What the fuck you gonna listen to a damn YouTube trucker for? You know what I'm saying? They have, some of them, you know what I'm saying, might know what they saying, might know what they doing, but it's the fact that they don't have that license, and by law, they actually committing a criminal offense by practicing a trade without a license. That's the reason why I toss you information or whatever. I show you what I do. I'm licensed to do that. But I'm not a licensed consultant. So I can tell you all this other stuff and good and everything, but at the same time I gotta let you know that I'm a professional driver, but I'm not a licensed consultant. As a professional driver, a licensed professional driver, I know what the hell I'm talking about. But when it comes to the stock market and all this other, me trying to give you stock tips and all that, I can tell you what I've seen. But I gotta let you know that I'm not a licensed professional when it comes to the stock market. I'm not a licensed professional when it comes to the law. I'm not a licensed professional when it comes to any of these other. They're not like a private investigator. They have to meet certain criteria in order to even go out and start investigating people. They gotta deal with the police. They gotta let the police know exactly what they're doing. And if they don't have the credentials behind that, the police ain't gonna let them do none of that stuff. So what the hell is you doing trusting the grapevine? Don't you know that all the grapevine breeds what you call stalking? Unwanted attention is stalking. Look it up in the Black's Law Library, Law Dictionary. I can tell you where to look, but it's on you to go look. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to represent you. I'm not licensed to do that. You understand? Unwanted attention is considered stalking. Especially unwanted attention for somebody you really don't fucking know. And people sitting there running around trying to ask people about you. That's the reason why they try to, where you from? They always ask you, where you from? Tapping away on their phones, talking to somebody, they sisters, brothers, cousins, aunties, nephews, friend that lives in the area or lives in that city or lives in that state, who might know somebody through a roundabout way that know of you, if they even know of you. They try to find out exactly where you live. I said this in several videos prior to this one. When you come into this industry, you run into it all the time. People want to know your personal business. Not because they really want to get to know you, but because they trying to see who is it that's around you and see if they can make a connection by pushing you out the way. Or giving up your locations and whatever it is to whoever or whatever. Just so they can try to get in good with somebody that you might have known. This is why I showed you the obituaries. My mama and my homeboy Proof. Those are the people I know. All the rest of them people, I don't. Even if I might by chance be kin to somebody, leave them the fuck alone, because they don't know me. I have never met them in my life. They gonna look at you like, who? Even though I done contacted them, they know it. They know good and goddamn well I contacted them. All of them. But, you know, it's just the fact that, you know, leave them alone. They don't really fucking know me. Haven't spent not one fleeting moment in my presence. I barely even know my daddy, to tell you the truth. But I know who he is. I've been around him. I know some of the things that his side of my family pulls. There's a reason why I'm not around him all the time. It could just be me. It could be. Excuse the way I'm looking, you know, because I'm tired. It's late. I'm just rambling on, you know. But I'm not going to sit here and try to act like a psychologist. I'm not a licensed professional. I never spent not one moment in school for psychology. Now, I've been known in the past to help quite a few of my female friends. Some of them turned girlfriends out of situations, you know, giving them good information to help them out of this situation. Because had I not said nothing, they probably would have blundered on into a whole lot of other stuff. I'm not even going to get into all of that right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in another video, maybe not. They from my past. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go looking them up. Why would you go look them up? These people got lives. I'm grown. They grown. Some of them married. Fucking look like you going to question them about me, and their husband looking at you like, what the fuck? I mean, that's just good common sense. Some people, I mean, literally, I see it all the time too. Even amongst some of these struggles, some people in general just don't have good goddamn common sense, and it goes all the way up into the offices of government and everything. Some of them just don't have good goddamn common sense. They grew up in these rich families and all that. They don't know what it's like to really be out here on your knuckles. They don't hang around people like that, but yet they make laws and pass them into law to govern you, and they ain't never been through a goddamn thing that you've been through. You know what they say? I'm human too. I'm doing just what I would like to be done. Yeah, put yourself in one of their shoes. Actually, strip all that wealth and all the other shit and put you in one of their shoes, and then look at how they had to handle things. And then see if you want somebody to pass a law to do that dumb shit to you. Some of these motherfuckers that you're putting in the office don't have no good goddamn common sense. Let's be real with this shit. But you got a bunch of other people, you know what I'm saying, who voting for people who don't got good goddamn common sense because they themselves don't have no good goddamn common sense. I mean, it's like breaking like sticks, falling like dominoes, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And then you got the ones who actually came from areas just like you that's trying to tell them a little something, but they saying, you remember that little tip that I gave you that put an X amount of money? Well, vote for my, what you call it, bill anyway. I don't give a shit. Just vote for it anyway. And trust me, the tips will continue to come on and fatten your pockets. You know what I'm saying? They looking at the fact that, what do? They gotta make it seem like they going against the shit, but really they helping them out too. Why? Because they want that moolah to make sure that they don't ever go back to that situation. So look, where does that leave you? Being governed by a bunch of motherfuckers who ain't never been where you been, going through what you going through, experience what you experience, but yet they passing laws and all this other stuff that governs you, like they know what's best, and they ain't never been into this shit before. No good goddamn common sense, like I said. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all of them. Some of them actually make it, when they get into this shit, they actually make it, establish a connection to the people in those situations so they can get a better understanding. But a lot of them don't give a shit. They'll throw you under the bus quick. And then smile in the camera and say, I'm all for you. But anyway, it's a lot of stuff out there, man. You just gotta understand exactly what it is that you are looking at. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, you know what I'm saying, is prepping. We got a lot of stuff going on in this world. I'm gonna try to keep this video short. Matter of fact, I should make a separate video talking about prepping, which I probably will. You know what I'm saying? I just want to touch bases on it, you know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of stuff going on in this world. Man, you got Russia and all this other stuff, but then you got the president hanging out with our presidents and the current and past hanging out with the Russians and all the others, hanging out with them, goddamn. That's because by per se their job, they have to make contact, they have to get in contact with them, they have to call these people sometimes and establish some sort of relationship with them. They have to go to these summits where all the world leaders sit down and they got to get to know each and every last one of them. Just in case we might have to put foot to ass to one of them one day. Or vice versa, keep them from trying to put their foot in ours. You know, it's a lot of stuff that's going on out here, man. You got flying all these warplanes, you know what I'm saying? We marching our soldiers in other countries and floating our boats all over the goddamn world. We doing military training exercises in other countries and even here in our own country. What's wrong with doing this shit in our own damn country? From what they saying, we had past presidents, even the current president, talking about we got enemies living right here in our own goddamn country, and you got the fucking citizens talking shit to the government, telling them to quit doing certain shit. How stupid are you, motherfucker? Let's be fucking serious about this shit. How stupid are you? It's not me, it's you. You don't want your military to prep for this shit, but when the shit hit the fucking fan, you crying out to them, help. They don't know what the fuck to do because you, their American citizen, had a right to speak up and you told them to stop. And then you went and got attorneys and all this other stuff. You talk about conspiracy theories and shit. They already fucking told you they got the enemy living here right there with you. You stupid fuck. I don't give a shit how you take it. Obviously, the government knows a lot more than you. So what the fuck is you gonna tell them No, they don't. Man, them my friends. Well, they might be talking about you, you stupid fuck. Think about that shit. Somebody got to fucking tell you that shit. Cause a lot of these other youth people on YouTube, they're candy coat the shit. Some of them tell you flat out, hey, the government just said today, we got these motherfuckers we've been going to war with. They the ones that came here, bombed, ran planes into our buildings and then set off bombs years prior to that. They're living right here with us. They're actually telling you that. And you stupid fucks sit up there telling them to stop training to protect you? You stupid fuck. How stupid are you? Somebody got to talk some goddamn sense to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to take you all the way back. You remember back in the 80s when the Iranians was getting caught stealing plutonium and all the others because they wanted to make nuclear weapons? They was getting caught with the shit. Stealing it out of our nuclear plants and all the other good stuff. Running around, you know what I'm saying? And then they built a following. Living right here amongst you motherfuckers. They called them sleeper cells. You don't hear about this shit to this day, but back in the 90s, that's all you heard about. Sleeper cells. We don't know when the next one gonna come up and start bombing some shit or start shoot. What the fuck you think all these so-called miscellaneous shootings going on is about? Sleeper cells, you stupid fucks. You ain't teaching your kids. That's why your kids don't fucking know. And then when they come up missing, you crying. What the fuck? One of the things that they teach you in this country is if you don't pay attention to history, you're doomed to fucking repeat the shit. And you motherfuckers ain't even passing the information down. That's like serial killers. You don't even hear the word serial attached to a motherfucking thing these days. But back in the 80s, back in the 90s, that shit was big. That's a federal crime. Nowadays, it's just something that the local police overlook. No, it's the motherfucking feds that's looking for the motherfuckers. They go traveling from city to city and state to state. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, these kids, they know about killing, but they don't know what serial killing is. We used to make movies about that shit back in the 90s. In the 2000s, you don't really see shit about it no more. They don't even call it what it is now. Serial killers. Serial stalking. You thinking that is your friends and all this? It's motherfuckers who don't know you, researching you to this very fucking day because they got thoughts and plans of following you around, snapping pictures of you, doing all types of shit. They might even be trying to snatch you up, put you in the human trafficking, or even try to fucking murder you. They don't know you from a can of paint. The next can of paint. They just saw you one day and then started researching you. All your shit you putting on the fucking internet and you wonder how the hell they know so much about you. Serial stalking leads to serial killing. It's a federal crime and the feds track these people down all the goddamn time. You just don't hear about the shit no more. Like that shit happened over in Aruba years ago. Nine times when they say she got killed, she probably went into human trafficking first before she got killed. Who knows? Or they probably tried to take her into human trafficking. She fought back and got murdered. That's not just Aruba. This is quite a few parents. You not teaching your kids about serial stalking and serial murder and how to be safe and all this other stuff, but you sending your kids overseas, knowing that the country itself is beefing with these fuckers or the people who's living right in the next goddamn country over and has access to get in there. If you know we beefing with the motherfucking country, the fuck you sending your kids to it for? Stupid fuck. Stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry if I offended some people, but some people, you know what I'm saying, they just gotta hear that shit so it just, what was I thinking? One of them type deals. You got cannibals out here. I talk about that in several of my videos. Cannibals. People who eat people. And this shit starting to come out in the goddamn celebrities. From eating placentas to telling you flat the fuck out. Human meat is some of the best meat I've ever tasted. What the fuck did you just say? But yet, you want to cozy up to this motherfucker. They don't know you. What the hell you think Jeffrey Dahmer was? He didn't know the motherfuckers he was killing. He was serial stalking people. He serial murdered. And then he barbecued their ass. And got drunk afterwards. Or probably drank a glass of wine or whatever it is that he was drinking. Bourbon, scotch, whatever. Along with your ribs on his plate. With barbecue sauce on it. And beans flavored with your livers and shit. And potato salad, coleslaw. Probably even got some cornbread on there, Jiffy cornbread mix. But you the main course. Oh my God, man. What's wrong with these people? You know what? I was watching one of these videos, and you know one of them some bitches said human meat tastes like. Cause it was one of these videos on here where he was searching online and he ran across a database with a group of motherfuckers on there and he picked one. This one guy said his fantasy was to die being eaten alive. What type of sick fuck is that? You wanna have a motherfucker lay you down on the table, strap you down, and get the gnawing on you while you screaming and hollering in pain. Because that's your fantasy? And the motherfucker that did it, that ate the motherfucker, literally killed, slaughtered him, and ate him. You know what he said human meat tastes like? Pork. He said it tastes like just like pork, but it's a heavier pork taste, but it tastes like pork, and the average person who don't know what the hell they eating can't even tell the difference between human meat and pig, swine. Can't tell the fucking difference. So how in the hell you know what the hell you eating when you go into these restaurants? You see these restaurants periodically is getting caught, shown to be eating, serving human meat. Look like steaks. Pork chops, smothered pork chops. You don't know, I'm a truck driver. I travel across the country. I pass cannibals all the fucking time. Sometimes I look them in the fucking face and don't know what the hell I'm looking at. So, you know what I'm saying? It's good to come in the truck. You don't hear this. Nobody else is telling you this. And none of these YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying? I want you to come to the trucking industry because it's a very lucrative industry. You can make a lot of money. But don't come into this with the motherfucking eyes wide shut. Because then I'm about to literally call you a stupid fuck. Because you're in these trucks, you're driving by yourself. You're parking in out of the way areas you ain't never been before. You don't know what the hell that is knocking on your goddamn door. But yet, the company that you work for telling you not to have nothing on your goddamn truck to protect your life. Is you gonna be the stupid motherfucker to tell them that you got it? That's my whole thing. You might not even have the shit on the truck. But if you do, is you gonna tell them that you got it on your goddamn truck? I'm gonna call you a stupid fuck if you do. Don't even tell your next driver. Cause you don't know that motherfucker from the next motherfucker riding down the street either. And they're your co-worker. Like I said, I pass murderers. You know what I'm saying? All the bad shit that, man, sometimes I driving down the street at night. And I swear, you know what I'm saying? You know them scary movies where the chick is running through the woods or the cornfields or whatever, and they wearing that big long white nightgown or dress. They trying to make, and they run out in the middle of the street flagging people down. You know, that's one of the things I think about, because that shit happens all the time. It might not happen to you ever, but it can happen, and you might be just a motherfucker riding down the street at that exact moment, and you see somebody crawling out the goddamn bushes, run out in the middle of the street trying to flag it down. You heavy as hell anyway. You trying to avoid from hitting her. But when you get to you stop. You don't know how far that motherfucker is that's behind her, chasing her. You ain't at that moment. If you do got something on there, you ain't got it in your hands. You ain't got nothing. You just looking at, damn, what the hell's wrong with you? What the hell you doing out here like this? What's wrong? Is you okay? And she's yelling and screaming and scared the half out of her fucking mind. Might be a little child that was about to get sacrificed back in the backwoods or worse. These trucks are slow to pull off, even when you're empty. You shifting gears. You let her in. You gotta hurry up, close the door, lock that motherfucker, then shift the gears. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker come out. You know what I'm saying? This shit bouncing off your truck and going through your windows, windshields and shit. You don't know. He trying to get to this bitch that you just picked up. But you see this? I can't even get around this. So it's gonna be hard for me to pick anybody up anyway. I gotta let you in through the driver's side, which means I gotta get out of my seat. That's taking even more time to get